Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome to another live vidIQ training session. My name is Liron. I am here today to help you grow your channel, get you more views and more subscribers the right way. Awesome having everybody hang out here in the chat. We've been having a good conversation a little bit before we came live. I know we got about 10 more minutes before we're officially supposed to go live, but I always like to come on a little bit earlier, say hello to people, and make sure that we're all good to go. So, for those who have not been here before, let me know in the chat. If you're new to the stream, drop a hashtag new into that chat so I can see who you are. So give some shout out to some people. Zach Tech World, hello, how are you doing? Bad Server, how you doing? I love the name. Good to have you guys, everybody hanging out here. Zach Tech World is new. Bad Server is new. Riwaz Operti is new. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher everybody's names. This is just what I do. It's just a thing. I'm sorry. Okay, so I got lots and lots of new people, which is epic. So if you haven't been here before, judging by the number of new people here, hey, the Great J, how you doing? Judging by the number of people that are new here, let me tell you how today is going to work. So firstly, we're not doing channel audits today. I'm sorry, but channel audits happen on a Tuesday. The epic vidIQ crew, they really know their stuff, and they kicked me out of that little group for some reason. I'm not really sure why though. Anyway, so that's on a Tuesday, and that's when you submit your channel, and then the guys go through your channel and help you out. This is not what we're doing today. Today, what we're doing is I'm really going to show you all the practical steps to get views and get subscribers. Who's OG? Hypnotist Gaming is OG. Love that. Today I'm going to show you how to get views and how to get subscribers. I'm assuming that's why you're here. If you're here for that, thumbs up in the chat. If you're here for new views and get subscribers and growing your channel, thumbs up in that chat, because that is what we're going to be doing today. Now, you'll see as we get into it, this is super practical. This is the exact steps that you've got to take in order to rock your channel. This is why I like doing these Wednesday sessions, because we have so much theory. We all know about thumbnails. We know about all the theory stuff. I want to get practical. What do I do? What button do I press? Where do I get, what kind of tricks and tips do we have to really understand the algorithm as best as anybody can understand the algorithm? That is what I'm going to show you guys today. Now, remember, I do this with channels that have got 100 subscribers and channels that have got multi-million subscribers. And guess what? The same strategy applies. And I'm going to give you all this. There's no sale. I'm not trying to, you don't have to do anything. I mean, you can download vidIQ for free. Obviously, everybody here knows this by now. But just because you're cool and you happen to be hanging out here, if you looked in the pinned comments, and I never ever remember which way to point, but if you look in the pinned comment at the top there, or a link in the description, if you're on the free version of vidIQ, get the full 30 days of vidIQ for free just because you happen to be on here. So click on the link, wherever the link happens to be, get yourself vidIQ for free, and then you'll see how it unlocks those data on your channel. And 30 days is a long time. And in 30 days, you can change your entire channel. So go and grab that. Now, because there's a lot of people who are new here, let me just tell you how this thing is going to work. Firstly, it is divided into two sections. Two sections. The first section is pre-recorded. Yes, I know, pre-recording in a live stream. Yes, that's how we do it here. The reason it's pre-recorded is because when you're in learning mode, you don't want to be interrupted. You don't want to be saying, hey, Perfect Gamer, what's up? How you doing? Hey, Toby, thank you very much for hanging out here. You don't want to be interrupted because now you're trying to get the information. You want subscribers. You want growth. You want your channels to have more exposure. That is what I'm going to be showing you. So that section is pre-recorded. Ultimately, someone's going to say in the chat, it's pre-recorded. This is not live. Get over it. It is pre-recorded because also we know that there's a lot of information coming at you. I'm going to be throwing so much at you, you're not going to get it all in. What you're going to do is go back again later on, once we go live, and then also once the live bit is done, and then go and watch the section that you need help in. That is again why that is pre-recorded. But once the pre-recorded section is done, I then hop back on again, and then we do a live Q&A. Then I basically wait. You guys ask me questions. I answer you. My rule is simple. As long as I've got coffee and as long as I've got internet connection, I am happy to stay on and answer as many questions as I can until my voice basically dies. Now, I will tell you, they're working on my road again today. And whenever they do that, that's never a good thing for internet access. So we're going to hopefully everything goes according to plan. You may hear my dog going bananas in the background because the workers are everywhere here. So I apologize for that. But okay, so again, two sections. The first session is pre-recorded. Trust me, you're gonna want to pay attention. What I find a lot of times, people are so busy hanging out in the chat, which is great, but you're asking questions. And the questions are, how do I get subs? How do I get views? I am literally going to be teaching you all this in the next 30 minutes or so. Rather ignore the chat, focus your full attention on the video and follow the training. Open up your channel in another window. So as I'm explaining to do something, go and see how it applies to you. It's so much value. It changes people's worlds. And the reason I know that, because they tell us. We have so many people who watch week after week after week, and it's the same training week after week after week. But every week they pick up one more thing and one more thing and one more thing, and the channel kind of changes direction. Now, we've got a couple of more minutes to go before we're officially get going, but that's why I just like to kind of set the room, let everybody understand how this works. The thing is with YouTube, it's all about understanding the algorithm, but how it applies to your channel. Something that works on my channel may not work on your channel because we've got different audiences, we've got different data. But today, it's the great equalizer. You're going to follow these steps and you're going to see how it applies to your channel. And that is what makes this thing so powerful. So remember, please, no spam in the chat. We hate spam. And also, no sub for sub. Those, I don't understand why people are still doing sub for sub. And for those who don't know, sub for sub is when you subscribe to my channel, I subscribe to yours, and therefore we both grow together. It is a killer of channels. Why? Well, imagine now you're standing on the stream and everybody on the stream subscribes to your channel. You feeling top of the world. You've got 100 or so extra subscribers. Guess what happens? Those subscribers are not interested in your content. When you put out your next video, are they going to watch? Probably not. What does that tell YouTube? Tells YouTube your own subscribers are not interested in your own content. Why would YouTube promote that? They're not going to. Please stop doing sub for subs. Do not buy subs. Do not buy views. All of those is super dangerous for your channel. Do not do this. Are people doing and getting away with it? Yes. At a certain point, the AI kicks in and goes, hold on a second, something's dodgy here. And those subscribers disappear, and then the channel then really struggles to get back on its feet. Please don't do that. So, no spam, be nice to each other, no sub for sub, we don't stand for that. So, let's have a good, fun chat. Hey, Daniel, thank you for hanging out here in the chat, which is epic. Remember, if you don't have vidIQ, cool, hang out with us, totally fine. If you want vidIQ for free, go to vidIQ.com, grab it for free. No strings attached. If you want to unlock the entire 30 days, which, by the way, also gives you access to the vidIQ Academy, bit of a secret there, which we all go into deep dive into lots of courses and really understanding deep levels of vidIQ and YouTube, you get access to that. Even when you use the free 30-day trial that we have up here, somewhere, wherever it happens to be. Pin, comment, and then down in the chat. Other cool things, by the way, as we've got a couple of more minutes left to go. Remember, we're only officially getting going in at the top of the hour, 12 o'clock my time. But a couple of cool things to let you know. If you want to have these chats regularly, join our Discord server. We have these thumbnails discussions. We have optimization discussions. Again, link is in the description and it's free. If you don't like Discord or you don't know what it is, Facebook is for you. We've also got a great Facebook group. Go and check it out. And tomorrow, I am launching a new episode on the podcast, on Tube Talk Podcast. If you're not already subscribed to that podcast, which again is free, you're missing out. We deep dive into such great topics, from monetization to algorithms to optimization to making YouTube as a full-time career. We do all of that, all on our podcast. So definitely go subscribe and check that out. Okay, I think I've shared quite a bit to get us going. So remember, again, for those who are just joining us, it's going to be first bit pre-recorded. The Great J is spamming like nobody's business, which is cool because look what happens to the Great J. Great J gets put in time out because we don't do spam on this place here. Then don't be nasty to each other. Do not do sub for sub. Watch the pre-recorded bit. Make copious amounts of notes because I promise you, you're going to need to make those notes. And then when this is all said and done, go back to the section that you want extra help with. And afterwards, I come back on and you and I have a great, great little chat and a little discussion and answer your questions. So with all that being said, I think we are ready to rock and roll. Everybody ready for this? Are you guys ready? Are you ready to do this? Where's the Discord link? Somebody asked. It is in the description of this particular video. It should be down there. I am going to double check, which is why I like to come on early. Yep, it is definitely in there. Go and check out the link in the description. You can do this. Guys, we're ready. Ready to do this. This is going to come at you fast and furious. I'm telling you, lots of stuff is going to happen today. This today changes your channel. If you're ready to get subscribers, if you're ready to get views, if you want to understand the data in a way that us regular humans can understand it rather than data scientists, the way that we need to push a button and it will tell us what to do on our channel. If that's what you're into, today is the place to do this. I am ready to rock and roll. Hope you're ready to rock and roll. I am going to do the countdown, which I do every week for some bizarre unknown reason, but I still do this. So just to get us going. Ready? Mindset shift. Ready to change your channel. Let's do this. So we're in 5, 4, 3. Never mind. That work? That didn't work. That did work. Okay, I guess that didn't work. So, you see, why we like to come in here early and just push buttons here. Okay, let's go for it.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello, everybody. Welcome and thank you for joining us for another vidIQ training session. My name is Liron. I am the Director of Customer Success here at vidIQ, which means that every day I work with creators big and small, helping them level up their channels, get more subscribers, more views in less time. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with you today. Now, today is not about theory. It's not about making good thumbnails because we know all of that. And if you missed out on any of that information on the vidIQ channel, which you've just subscribed to, if you haven't already, we have so much value, so many videos about those particular topics. You can go and consume them at your own time. But today it's not about that. Today it's about the practical steps. You know, the thing at vidIQ is a lot of us have our own channels. We're all creators. And therefore we understand the frustrations that you go through as a creator. We've all been there. We all know the frustration of filming a video, spending time editing it, uploading it, and then nothing happens or a handful of views. Ridiculously frustrating and almost like demoralizing. Do I really want to do this YouTube thing? So that is what today's training is all about, the practical steps. Now, if you don't have vidIQ, that's perfectly fine. You can still hang out with us, no problem. If you are here as a way of saying thank you, in the description below, there's a link to the vidIQ tools. Go and download them. And then for the next 30 days, it will just unlock all the beautiful goodness that's in your channel. And believe it or not, there is goodness. And I'm going to show you how to tap into that. And that's what these tools are about. They're about unlocking that frustration, unlocking the goodness that you have, unlocking the way forward. How do you build your channel? How do you grow? How do you get your audience? And this is what I'm going to show you today. So YouTube is made up of 3 Ds. And when you can unlock all 3 of those, that is when magic happens. That is when your channel really blows up. It happened to me. I can tell you from firsthand experience on my channel. So this is critical stuff. And that's why I want to share this with you. Very excited to do this. So the first D is all about discovery. If YouTube doesn't know about your latest creation, it could be absolutely mind-blowingly amazing. Well, it's not going to discover it. And therefore, people are not going to know about it. Therefore, people are not going to find it. And therefore, it's going to remain with very, very little views. And again, we're going to go deep into all of this. So the first D is about discovery. The second D is about delivery. Are you as a content creator delivering value to your audience? YouTube looks at that. So what I mean by that is, are you using clickbait to get people just to click and then they don't like it and they leave? Are people loving your content so they're watching so much more of us and they're commenting and giving you those thumbs up? That's important. And that's the second D. It's about delivering. And then finally, the third D is about distribution. When you get those first two right, YouTube looks at those signals and says, okay, got a video here. It's being loved by its own audience. Let me go and distribute this to a bigger audience. Let me go find a new audience for this video. Oh, and when that happens, that is when you get those fresh new eyes on those videos, and that is when your subscribers grow, and that is when your views grow. Okay, so where do all good YouTube videos begin? They begin in the kitchen. Of course, that's where all good YouTube videos begin, right? If I tell you right now, stop what you're doing, go to your kitchen, go to open up some random cupboards, take up some random ingredients, mix them all together, and then stick it in your oven, what are the odds that a beautiful pizza is going to come out of that? Probably not much, right? But if I tell you, hold on, don't grab random ingredients, I need you to grab the following. There's some tomato sauce, there is some flour, there is some eggs, there is cheese, there is olives, there is whatever. And I give you the steps, and I tell you these are the steps to get the dough going. And then you get the sauce, and then you get the cheese on top, and then stick it in the oven for this temperature, for this long. Then what are the odds of a beautiful pizza coming out? Beautiful and amazing. The way we all approach our videos is the first bit. We take our camera, we run out, we shoot hours and hours of video, we come home, we drop it onto our computers, we edit it, we copy and move scenes around, we add B-roll, it looks amazing, we slap a title, slap a thumbnail, upload it, and then hope that something comes out of that. Hope that a beautiful pizza comes out of that and people love it. That's not going to work, is it? But that's why I want to focus today on the exact steps that you need to take to follow the recipe. Follow the YouTube recipe. Like we did with our pizza, I want to give you the exact those steps that you need to do for your next video. Okay, so it's going to get good. There's lots of information. It's going to come at you fast and furious. Again, if you don't have vidIQ, it's in the description below. Grab it before we get going. This will be available on the replay. So in case you missed anything, or I speak too fast, or you need more information, no problem. Don't worry, after the session is done, you can come back to this. Okay, so now that we have pizza in mind, and a lot of us are going to get hungry round about now, well, that's good motivation to go through this training with me. So you ready for this? Let's start off with making a video pizza. We're going to make a video about pizza. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my search bar. This is where I start. I start by putting in my word or my phrase, and the first thing I want to understand is the landscape. Now remember, we're using pizza here. Of course, this will work for absolutely anything else. I just want to show you an example we all understand because, well, you get this basically around the world. So let's have a look at this. So pizza is my key phrase. I'm going to make a video about pizza. I'm not really sure what yet, but I know that that's what I want to focus on. So vidIQ reveals a whole bunch of information. Highest view video, 28 million. Okay, that looks good. Top creator is a channel called Tasty. Okay, interesting. But look at this, volume. The volume here is 82. It's in the green. What does that mean? It means there's lots of people who are actually searching for our particular key phrase, our pizza key phrase. Do you go out and make a video immediately? No, because you got to look at competition. And you can see the competition is very high. What does that mean? Lots of people are searching for pizza related content, but there's also lots of channels, lots of videos delivering. So therefore, it's going to be very, very difficult to make a video just about pizza. So do we just give up? No. Here is where this tip comes into play. Now, this is important. This actually will change your research. We're going to do this. We're going to go out here to our search bar, and what we're going to do is the alphabet walkthrough. So pizza space A, B, C, D. What is it showing you? It's showing me autocomplete. In other words, so many people have searched for the word pizza and dough recipe that YouTube makes it a little bit easier for the next person to start typing pizza space D. We assume they're going to go for this dough recipe. Oh, look, there it is. Dough without yeast. Pizza dough recipe without yeast. How does this help us? How does this help us as content creators? Well, this is a good indication of what people are searching for. If people are searching for pizza dough recipe without yeast, that gives us a beautiful direction for our video. We're going to make a video about pizza dough, and we're going to use the word dough, recipe, and yeast, because those seem to be the popular words. And remember, we're only on the D. E, F, G. Look how many titles come up here that you can actually use for your video. This is where you start really understanding YouTube search. So remember, YouTube is a search engine. What do you do in search engines? You ask questions. So don't forget, don't just do the A, B, C, D walkthrough. Go to the beginning of the phrase and then type in the what. What pizza looks like around the world? What's pizza to your body? What pizza is the best? What? Where? When? Why? How? Okay. And all of a sudden, look at this. How Pizza Hut makes pizza. How pizza rolls are made. How pizza is made in Domino's. What does this show you? It's telling you what people are currently searching for. Go and make your videos based on these. That's how you get those initial eyeballs, those initial reactions, because you're answering somebody's question. Autocomplete is a beautiful way to understand the YouTube algorithm and what people are currently searching for. If you can marry up a video title to a query, that is where you win. Remember, we're still in research mode, okay? So let's have a look at this video. This video, it says, the best homemade pizza you'll ever eat. Views, 19 million views on this. So by most indication, 19 million views is a good views for your video. I mean, we all would love 19 million views on our videos. But does that mean that this channel is winning? In other words, is this a good video for this channel? Because remember, this channel has got 18 million subscribers. So is 19 million views like a regular video for them? Or is it a real video for them? Well, let's find out. So 19 million views, here is what the problem with views is. Views doesn't take time into account. In other words, this video was launched in 2018. Did it get all of its views right at the beginning, or did it take years to get to these numbers? Did it take a day, a month, a week, a year, 3 years? How many years did it take to get to this 19 million? Why is that important? Because it tells me about relevancy. Is this video relevant today? So, for example, the iPhone 1 or the Samsung Note 1 phone that came out. Now, I'm a tech geek, so I'm going to use technology examples. But let's just say that video came out of the iPhone 1. When it came out, millions of views on those videos. But is it still relevant today? That's the question. How many people are still searching today? If all you saw was that this video has got 19 million views and you went ahead and made a video all around this topic, well, you're going to be missing the boat here because this might not be relevant today. So what do? We'll show you something called VPH, views per hour. And essentially what views per hour is, it's telling me right now how many people are watching this video. So as you can clearly see, there is still lots and lots and lots of interest in this particular video, in this particular title. And in fact, if you look at historical trends, you can see it was doing okay, and all of a sudden, boom, a big surge. It's obviously the times that we're in, people are interested in making homemade pizza, and therefore this video is getting all that beautiful momentum. So remember, evergreen content. This is another example of something that was live in 2018. And look, it just was okay, and now just picked up traction. So very important to remember the evergreen content. So when you launch a video, don't panic straight away if it doesn't get those beautiful views. You just never know when your time will come. This is 2 years later, and look at those numbers. Beautiful, just popping. So again, a total number of views doesn't indicate if it's a good video today. So we show you views per hour. Very, very important. The next thing we look at is, did they use any Reddit? So there's a couple of Reddit instructions, a little bit of Facebook going on here. But look at this. This is beautiful. This tells me that, remember I asked you earlier, 19 million views on a channel with 18 million subscribers. Is this okay or not? Is this a great video, a bad video? Well, we'll tell you that. The compare views in the first 28 days tools is exactly the tool that you need. Because if you have a look at this, you say, this video, I want to compare it to this channel's average. This channel's average is a little pink at the bottom. This video is the one in blue. After 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 7 days. So now we can see. After 7 days, this channel typically gets 122,000 to 194,000 views on a video. But this video got a 2.6 million views in the first 7 days. What does this tell me? It's telling me this is an outlier video. This is an exceptional video. And therefore, I am absolutely going to research this video, the title, the thumbnail, the description, the tags that they used, look what it's ranking for. I want to understand all of this so that I can make my video as close to this as possible. If YouTube is currently suggesting this video and it's an outlier video for this channel, well, I am one to be able to get in on that. Now, this video tells you more. This tool tells you more. Not just this channel's average. You can actually look at your channel's average. So this video compared to your own channel's average. This video compared to the last video you watched. Any video, any playlist, any channel, and then the competitor's average. And I'll show you that shortly as well. So, very, 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 very powerful tool. It tells you exactly what you need to know. This is a good video. Lots of views per hour. Trending topic. Still relevant today. I am absolutely going to investigate this if I was making a pizza video. Remember, we're still in research mode. We're still in the first D, that first D of being discovered. So we may have some title ideas. What about thumbnails? What should we be going after? Well, in research mode, we still want to be discovered. We go to the vidIQ tools on the left-hand side, and there's something called competitors. Click on that, and this essentially loads up all the people who are doing similar stuff to you in your industry. This, for us, this is the people that we work with, people that we attend events with, other YouTube teachers here, and we want to understand what's going on. Now, why is it important? Because YouTube knows that we don't watch one video about one item and then go make a buying decision. We watch multiple videos about the same item. Therefore, what we want to understand is what's going on in the industry. What are our competitors doing? Remember, this is sorted by views per hour. So I can see which topic is getting more attention. I want to see what their thumbnails are like. Are they still good, lots of text, still faces? What's their titles? Are they long titles? Are they short titles? All this gives me good indication. Am I still on the right track? Now remember, in your industry, it's going to be different people. You have to load up yourselves, the people that you look up to, people you want to work with. And when you see it, you start getting a good picture and a good idea. Now I'll tell you what else it does. YouTube is all about trends. YouTube knows that when a trend comes out, it becomes a hot topic, people are talking about it, people are researching it, and therefore it's going to serve more and more content. So imagine in this industry, if we saw that everybody's talking about a specific topic, a specific YouTube tool, maybe something new has come out, and our competitors have started talking about that, well, of course, we're going to understand that, and we want to get in on that action as well. In your industry, it's going to be exactly the same. Maybe everybody is starting to talk about the upcoming big vacation or the upcoming big holiday in your country. Maybe it's Mother's Day, whatever it may be. If people are starting to talk about it, it means the industry is starting to talk about that particular holiday. In other words, search results are coming in. In other words, you can start jumping on this. So it's a good way to keep an eye on your competitors, keep an eye on what they're doing, what are they saying, what do they look like, and is there anything that you need to change? Don't go and copy them, because obviously that's not a good strategy, but go and understand what's going on. Know your competitive landscape. Very, very important. So that is competitors. Go and load up a whole bunch, and the value here is insane, especially when it comes to trend. Because trend is where it's at, the next tool I'm going to show you is called the trend alerts. Now, trend alerts, this is very important. Trend alerts changes your channel. Here is why. You give it an alert name, and then you say, here's my keyword. So basically what I'm saying to vidIQ is anytime somebody makes a video with this keyword in from any of these competitors or from the whole of YouTube, when that video gets more than, let's just say, 1,000 views per hour, remember, per hour, not in total. When that video gets more than 1,000 views per hour, each week, send me a report that looks like this. Now, why is this important and how does this change channels? Well, what will end up happening is you'll see that a certain style of video has gone from 1,000 views per hour to 5,000 views per hour to 10,000 views per hour. Okay, something is happening. Something's happening over there. I need to understand that. Because it's going to be your keyword, so it's going to be related to your industry. You know what those big keywords are, and as soon as you see them, you know that you want to jump in on that action and get in on the trend really, really, really early on. So many channels have changed completely because they realized that a certain keyword has become hot, is just starting to roll. They've seen channels go from 500 views per hour on a video to 1,000 views per hour on a video to 5,000 views per hour on a video. Well, it means there's a big hunger for that keyword. Could I make a video with that keyword? Could I make on that topic? And if you can jump in on those trends really, really, really early on. Remember, we're still in the D for discovery. We've done our research. We've done the what, where, when, how. We've done the alphabet walkthrough with our keywords. We have seen which are cool videos. We've marked them so we know to go back to them and research them. We've seen what our competitors are doing, our trend alert sets. The next thing is most viewed. And essentially what most viewed is everything that's going on that's happening on YouTube right now. Now, before you tell me, yes, there is the trending page, very well aware of it, but this is different. Do you know why? Because this sorts out the hot videos on YouTube sorted by views per hour. This video is getting 300,000 views per hour. This video is 146,000 views per hour. So why is this important? Well, first of all, you're in the YouTube game. You need to know what's working on YouTube as a whole, even when it's out of your niche. And here you can see that certain topics are working really, really well. What's the thumbnail like? How clean is it? How much text is there? What is their titles? Is it long? Is it short? All these questions you need to be asking all the time so you can understand how clean these are. Look at this, just something I can pick up immediately. There's no text. Look at that, very little text, if any. Big bright colors, and these are kids content, and they're still doing well on YouTube. Again, even this, Chadwell Clay, great channel, no text. Marquez Brownlee to do with technology. The only text here is the $3.99 the price. You're learning all the time from what's going on. Now you can take it a step further. What you can say is, look, love this guy, but he's got a channel with millions and millions of subscribers. It's nowhere near where I am. No problem. You go down here to channel subs and you can change it. You can say, show me only channels that are in the bronze, 10 to 100,000 subs, or 100,000 to 1,000,000 subs, something closer to your world, so that you can learn what's working in that industry, in that subscriber range, and make videos accordingly. You can also do research here with search terms, the various categories, the various countries, and all of this helps you with being discovered. And that's the most important thing, doing that research before you touch that camera, before you rush out and spend hours of your life making a video that is not going to get those views. Spend the time rather doing this here. Okay, so we've seen the videos. We've looked at our competitors. We have done our research. We've looked at what's trending. We've looked at what's working on the whole of YouTube. We looked at it in our research mode. We're now armed. We go and create our video. Okay, now that we've got our video, what do we do next? Okay, so you've done your video, you've uploaded it, and now it's time to feed it all that beautiful, juicy information in your titles, your descriptions, your tags, and your thumbnail. So let's look at these tools. The most important thing for me when it comes to YouTube is the thumbnail and the title in combination. Not in isolation, but together. Why? Well, here's what happens. When somebody's doing a search on YouTube, they perhaps will scroll down and your thumbnail has one mission: to get them to stop and go, "Oh, what's that?" And then they glance over and they look at your title. And together, they're either going to decide to click or not to click. A great thumbnail with a rubbish title is not enticing enough, and vice versa. An amazing title, but with a thumbnail that doesn't get somebody's attention, also not good enough. They're not going to stop and click, but it's got to work together. So this is one of the greatest tools. I love this completely. It's called Preview in Search Results. This is brand new, and this will be a game changer as well. So what do? We want to understand how will my video look like when other people are doing a search. So let's just say the question is how to get 1,000 subscribers. So let's write that in. How to get 1,000 subscribers. And I'm going to say preview and search. Now look what's going to happen. We're going to come up here. This is the video. And this shows me the videos, other videos in this industry. Now we're very lucky because our next video is actually a vidIQ video. So I am asking myself the question, will this thumbnail get people to stop and click compared to the other videos around it? That is beautiful. Also, I get to see everybody else's titles. I can make changes right here. And not only can I make changes to the title, I can click on preview changes and it would actually change it right here as well. So now I can constantly am optimizing my video to be discovered. So remember I said it's your thumbnail and your title in combination, because that's going to get someone to stop what they're doing like this and go, oh, what's this? That is colorful. That's got text, got information. I want to click on that. Now remember, it shows it to me on the search screen. But we all know that home screen is pretty big on YouTube too. That's where a lot of people are finding their information. So now it shows me, look what my icon looks like, my graphics look like on the home screen. Look how it just stands out. All the colors. And that's why people click on this video. And again, I can see this on desktop, I can see this in tablet mode, and I can see it on mobile as well. I want to make sure I'm continuously optimizing my search results, because this is where you win. It's about understanding what your thumbnail and your title look like together compared to the people above you and the people below you. Because as soon as you can get someone's attention with an amazing thumbnail and a great title, this is where you win the click. I love those preview results. Go ahead and use them continuously. You can search for any phrases. We can optimize it here. How to get 100 subs. Let's just say that's get the results there. Okay, now you can see we're very similar to this. So if I was going after the first 100 subs, I will perhaps not use the same thumbnail because it's too similar to this. I would use, oh, another vidIQ one. See how different that is? And that's what you want. How to stop somebody's attention to be able to go, wow, what is this? Click. Now, remember that YouTube knows what your video is about. It's got enough AI systems to understand the content. It's automatically captioning your videos. So it's got all this data. So title and descriptions and your tags simply augment what YouTube already knows. It makes sure that it allocated it correctly. So we always want to write for humans. Don't try keyword stuff this with lots of keywords just to try and get YouTube algorithm to jump around. That used to work back in the day. It does not work anymore because YouTube's smarter than that. So write for people. Write in a way that somebody will want to click. Your description. Put some effort into your description. So give a great opening line because that's the preview line that people will see. And then now timestamps. Make sure you spend time putting in timestamps. YouTube is experimenting with new features. There's things like chapters. We're going to see more and more of this come into play, especially as we go towards voice. So make sure that you put in timestamps into your videos, helping YouTube help you. So when someone on Google does a quick search of how to double down on quality or quantity, well, maybe this is a good enough phrase that YouTube will recommend this video. So you need to spend time and effort in here. So which keywords do you use? Well, this is where tags come in. So whilst tags aren't as important as they used to be, you absolutely still need to be using tags. So you start typing here Mother's Day, and here you can already see a whole bunch of Mother's Day related tags that pop in here. So let's select this one, but watch this. Okay, click into here. Now we've got a whole wealth of information. Now what we can see here is Mother's Day gift ideas, but look at this. We also show you the related keywords. We show you the most used keywords, the search volume, the competition, the overall score, and all of these are basically searchable and indexable so that you can go through and say, well, which tags do I want to use? Mother's Day gift looks like a good one, and simply click on the plus button and it will add that tag. All of this information simply helps your video to get better classification. And even though tags by themselves don't matter, when you feed the beast, it helps you with your video. So many people are just ignoring tags altogether, and that is a big, big mistake. It's all about building those relationships between your videos and other videos, other search results, and tags help you do that. Okay, so use your tags. Now, the big thing here is, when do you make your video public? When do you launch your video? So YouTube looks at various factors. And when it knows about your video, it knows the content, it knows what your title is, it knows what your thumbnail's like. What it doesn't know, if it's a good or a bad video, it has no idea. So it looks for signals. And one of those signals is, do people watch when you make it public? So the best way to do that is to launch your video during a time where people are actually online. So this tool tells you that. Best time to publish, broken down by day. And it knows that if I'm going to launch a video on a Wednesday, my audience happens to be online between these times. So I should probably launch my video just before that, so to get all that upwards traffic as people are joining. This is an important signal. If you make your video available and people are watching it instantly, YouTube says, oh, there must be value here because people are watching, and they're watching for more than 50%. So I want to be able to translate that into maybe trying with another audience. And that's where distribution starts to happen, because YouTube is getting all these glorious signals to say that this is a good quality video. And that is how you unlock distribution. So launch your video when your public is online. And a good ninja tip here is try not to launch whenever you can schedule a video. What I mean by that is you can schedule a video to launch on the hour, or every half an hour, or even every 15 minutes. Or so 9, 9:15, 9:30, for example. But if you launch your video at 9:48, it's such a weird time that no other companies schedule their videos to launch at that, because you can't. So now you have an opportunity to stand out amongst those notifications. Less notifications, more odds, the odds are much better that your subscriber actually gets the notifications. So just a little bonus tip there. As we scroll further down, a lot of vidIQ SEO scores that are right here. We've even got the checklist. Let me make sure that I've done everything. Have I got a card? Have I got an end screen? We don't enable monetization, so I'm obviously going to see the X. Have I shared it on Twitter, made it public, etc.? So we're just keeping you on track, a nice little running track to make sure that you're ticking all the right boxes and ticking all the right marks here. Okay, so we've done our research. We're going to get discovered. We've done the first D. The second D is that we have now launched our video. We've launched it at the right time. And now we hope it's up to YouTube to distribute that video as much as possible. We're obviously going to help it along with social media and our own efforts to get the video seen, but we're hoping the YouTube algorithm kicks in. Well, YouTube rewards people that deliver. So it's quality over quantity. How do we know if you're delivering? Well, this is where this tool comes in. It's called the Channel Audit tool. Now, this is the tool I was missing when I was building up my YouTube channel, because I needed something that I can push a button that will tell me what's working and what isn't working. I don't know about you, but I don't want to spend 10 hours of my day trying to decipher little numbers and exporting reports from YouTube Analytics to try to work out what's working and what isn't. I want to push a button, and this is what this does. The Channel Audit does exactly that. It says, okay, over the last 30 days, is my channel growing or shrinking? So I can see views, subscribers, watch time. If it's going up, great. If it's going down, why? Did maybe I have a viral video last month and don't have one this month? Okay, so I understand. So it gives me that information. The next thing I want to look at is content to double down on. And essentially what that means, this is content that you need to make more of. People love this content. It's broken down into views per hour. Which videos are giving me views per hour? How many views per hour does each one of these videos give me? What's the engagement rate? What's the views? Subscribers gained. How many subscribers per 1,000 views? So it gives me an idea of what's bringing in my subscribers to my channel. And now I know that if people are loving this content, make more of this content. Simple as that. And down here, total watch time, average watch time, top retention. These are the stuff that YouTube loves, and YouTube rewards you for it. So if you can mix these together, find the trend on your channel and see what works and make more of that, you'll very quickly discover these certain elements that your channel that people love and these certain channel stuff that they don't love. So for example, in how to make the best pizza recipes, maybe you're going to make 5 different pizza recipes, and every time you use the word pepperoni, it doesn't rank up here. Because you know what? People didn't love that. Where do you see it? In the content that could use work. This is the stuff that didn't really work too well. Well, why not? lowest average watch time, lowest retention, lowest like ratio, lowest views, videos losing subs. What does that mean? Well, people didn't really engage with our content. Why not? Do we just not make it? No, we go and we understand why that these things not work. What's going on here? Could we do something better to improve it? So things are always going to be up here. So pepperoni lands up down here. Don't make pepperoni recipes. Only make the stuff that works up here. Now another section in the middle is called the top search terms. What are people searching to get to your channel, to get the information? What are the click rates for your end screen? The card click rates. What does all this tells you? Well, these are the search terms. So if I make more videos with these search terms, guess what? More views, more subscribers. End screens. You can see how when I'm referring to certain elements in my end screens, they're working better than other end screens. The call to subscribe on our end screen isn't really working. We're not getting much out of this. But best for viewer seems to be doing a lot better. Channel seems to be doing a lot better. On your cards, polls, look at this. 71% of people are engaging in polls. We're going to make more polls. Playlist is doing okay, not so bad, but not as good as polls. So we're going to use more polls in our videos. So you see how all this information really helps you understand the second D. Are you delivering? Because when you deliver, that is when distribution happens. And remember, this is for 30 days. We can even drop it down to 60 and 90 days. I always look at this on my personal channel between 30 days, and then I look at it at 90 days. I want to smooth out any highs, smooth out any lows, and just get an idea of what's actually working. So I look at my content to double down on, look for those trends, what are the search terms, and what didn't work so well. Down here, well, I see a little bit of information. I'm using a lot of characters, but look down here, items to improve upon. Here it says to me, okay, there's videos without cards. 12 videos don't have an end screen, and 6 videos are not added to a playlist. I can go into each one of these and instantly fix it straight from here. So it always keeps a good housekeeping in check. Channel audit tool is it's almost your savior. It's the best thing that you need for your channel because it's the unemotional version that tells you what's working and what isn't working. So now we have done the first D. We have been discovered. We have done the second D. We are delivering. We're spending lots and lots of time in our channel audit tool to understand what's working and what isn't working. And we're constantly giving our audience the stuff that's working. They're loving it. They're giving us subscribers and they're giving us views. That is what it's all about. And when you do that well enough, once you spend a lot of time doing this, you're going to go into your achievements and you're going to start unlocking achievements. We've unlocked the 500,000 subscriber achievement. And don't worry, this is customized for your channel. So if you haven't hit a certain achievement, don't think you have to wait till 500,000. But now, why this is important? Because when you unlock an achievement, you generate a certificate. And this certificate is a great way to help build your audience. Here is why. When you have an achievement and you share it on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, wherever you share it, people are going to say, wow, I'm part of this journey. Your audience is part of that journey. They love being part of people's journeys. They retweet, they like, they give you a shout out for being successful. Well done. And that grows your community because other people see this and go, oh, I didn't know about this vidIQ channel. Let me go check it out. There must be lots of value. This is social proof that everything works and has come together beautifully for you. So spend some time in your achievement. Understand what you're breaking into. Share those certificates. Be excited about it. And then look at your top performing months. What are your targets? Use that as a bit of a motivational thing. Can I reach my goals? How many more days am I away from reaching my next milestones? We take care of all that for you so that you are proud to share your successes. And when you do, make sure you tag vidIQ on your social media so we're happy to retweet. We're happy to celebrate in your success and your milestones. Okay, so now do you see why I said it's going to be a lot of information coming at you fast and furious? This is why I pre-record that section. There is so much going on. There are the 3 Ds that you really, really need to understand in order to grow your channel. I don't care whether you have 10 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, or 1,000,000 subscribers. The rules still apply. That's why it's pre-recorded. Now, what I want you guys to do is remember the same link will still work. Excuse me. This will be available on the channel when we're done here. So you can always go back to each of those sections and make sure that you got those down. This is why week after week after week, we do the same training. And people say, I've done everything you told me and it's still not working. And when we go check out their channel, they haven't. Really take note of this training. This is super valuable stuff. This is the exact same things that we use to grow everybody else's channel. You've just got to do the work. That is why it's pre-recorded. That is why it's available for you. And we don't take it down. So you can always go back. Remember, grab yourself that 30-day vidIQ. So everything I've showed you, you can unlock that on your channel as well. In 30 days, turn your channel around. That is why this is so powerful. So we've done the first part, which I said is pre-recorded, but this part is live. So this is the part where you start asking questions. Go at vidIQ so I can find you. I'm going to answer questions as I see them coming up. I might not get to every single question, but we're going to do whatever we can before my voice dies and coffee and internet breaks. So if you got a question, let's go. Let's start with those. Okay, so we have one from Toby. Says, at vidIQ, what would cause your videos to drop? There are many reasons that videos actually, the views actually start to drop. It could be that the trend is over. Maybe you do breaking news stuff and now it's no longer breaking news because everybody has covered it. You do something else. It could also be that just the audience changes. You used to do lots of things about one product or one niche, and then now you've moved to something else. So the audience is really not interested in that. You treat your channel but as a global channel, but remember, each video stands on its own. You could launch a video that does 10,000 views, another video that does 1,000 views. The audience their views haven't dropped. It's just more of that audience might not be interested in that second topic. That's pretty common to have on your channel. Okay, let me go find another question. I want to just refresh this screen. Okay. Mr. Beast 3, are shorts going to benefit me? Have absolutely no idea. Shorts are good if you do certain type of content. Are they going to benefit you? Well, without seeing your channels, it's not really a good question. I can't really answer that. Pandemic TV says, how important is it to be on other social media sites? Can I just focus on YouTube? Superb question. You don't have to be on every platform all the time. You've got to be where your viewer is. So if your viewer is on YouTube, superb, be on YouTube. I like to have my main home being YouTube, but I also know that my viewers hang out on Twitter. They hang out on LinkedIn. So I'm on Twitter and I'm on LinkedIn. And then I share my content there. I add value to conversations happening there. What do people do? They naturally go, well, who is this person? Click, look in my bio, link to my YouTube video. So I'm driving traffic and eyeballs onto my videos. You want to be where your viewer is. Do you have to be on every platform all the time? Definitely not. I would pick the ones that's bringing you the most reach, the ones that's getting you the most engagement, and see whether you can drive audiences back to your YouTube channel if that is your home base. Okay. Ronith R says, can your audience retention percent go up if you get more views? I think that's what you said. Hold on. Let me just get the question. Can your audience retention percentage go up if you get more views? Yeah, so it basically looks at your video as a whole, as 100%. And it says, okay, I've got 1,000 people watching this, and they're only watching, a 5-minute video, they're watching 2.5 minutes, that's 50%. If you're going to get another 1,000 views, and those viewers are much more engaged in your audience and they're watching much more, then it will take the total number of views and what's the percentage of that. So absolutely, yes, definitely. If you get more views and they're more engaged, it can drive your retention. Okay, let's go. Question. So Stick Coach, question. How do you manage, Stick Coach, I lost you. How do you manage video creation, uploading, and chatting subs smartly? How do you manage video creation, uploading, and chatting subs? I'm not sure what a chatting subs is, but how do you manage your video production? Well, essentially, you got to find a flow that works for you. I always say, make it the easiest thing that you can for you. So right now, my camera's set up, my lights are set up, my stream deck is set up, my software is set up. If I want to record, I have to sit down and just go for it. If I had to set everything up again and again and again every single time, it just puts more barriers in the way. So make it very, very simple. And then once you've done it, work out a way that you can edit quickly. So I know that when I cut my own personal videos, if I mess up a line, I don't just say the line again. I take a break and then I say that line because I know that in my editing, it's going to make it much easier to do a cut. Whereas a lot of people just go back and just ramble on, and it's very, very difficult to cut it all together. All these things are going to come with the more you do, the easier you get. It's just like any other skill. So there really isn't one form that works for everyone. You just got to find the right method that works for you. Zenzerius says, please don't spam your question. Listen to Zenzerius. That's all I can tell you. Okay. Immortal Lee YT. Did I say that right? Okay. Does linking your other videos in every description with their title make your video show up in somebody if somebody uses the title you link to? Is there at least rank higher in any? Okay. It's always good to get your audience to go from one video to the next video to the next video. So use cards, use your end screen, and of course use your description. But your main aim should be about keeping people on your channel. If you see someone like Casey Neistat doing a video, don't use his title in your description with a link to one of your videos. People, it might show up somewhere else. Somebody might click. They'll see that it's not Casey's video. Guess what they're going to do? Leave immediately. And when they leave immediately, your retention goes down. Bad signal for YouTube. So use your description, your cards, and your end screen to keep people more engaged with your content. So at the end, you say, hey, if you like this video, check out this video where I speak about blah, 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 which is on the same topic. I'll see you in that video. And then get them to watch their next one. Okay, let's refresh the screen. Come on, you can do this. Refresh. Right, Shadow Kid 7. What are any tips for people to record and edit their videos on mobile? So there are a lot of mobile creators, and they do really, really well. So you do not need a computer. You do not need fancy cameras. Your mobile is a great device. Good camera, good editing software is important. So I would try a whole bunch of the free editing software or the ones that allow you to do like 3 projects, but their logo is embedded on it. Find a bunch of them, see which one you resonate with, which one is easiest for you to use, pay for that one, get rid of the others, and then get into a flow to be able to do that. Don't go for a specific company or specific software just because everyone says it's good. It might not be good for you, but the good news is most of them, if not all of them, do offer some sort of a free trial, or they offer some sort of ones where they stick their watermark all over your video. Use that for a dummy video, one that you're just pretending to film and edit, and see how you resonate. The one that sticks with you, that's your winner. Okay. In Search of Truth. Good name. Can we use shorts as a trailer to our main video? Can we use shorts as a trailer to our main video? You can put shorts as your trailer on your main channel. It's just another video. I'm not sure why you would want to. But if you have a shorts channel, then there is no, realistically, there really isn't a shorts intro or shorts trailer, but it does get treated as its own channel. We've seen what people do is they just create a second channel, just upload their shorts there, and then kind of with the hope of driving people back to their main channel. So that definitely we've seen people do time and time again. Okay, right. T.A. Shabir says, can you use external apps or service to get more views? To buy more views or just to host your stuff elsewhere? To buy more views, definitely not. Do not do that. To host your video elsewhere on external servers, I do that all the time. I have got a technology blog. If I do a video about a specific product, I write a blog post about that, and I take that video and I embed it into my WordPress site so that it gets hosted elsewhere. Because the audience is different there. They might want to see that video, and then they have a choice. They want to read my blog, or they want to push play and then just listen and watch. So there is definitely an opportunity to do that. It doesn't hurt you if you take your video and share it on other platforms. That should not be an issue. Okay, so I'm gonna okay, come on, refresh. Okay, great. Onizuka style. Did I say that right? I'm probably not. What happens to a video with high VPH and low watch time because it was pure clickbait? So okay, what happens to a video with a high VPH, high views per hour, but low watch time because it was pure clickbait? Well, what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of traffic coming to that video, and that whole traffic is going to leave, telling YouTube what? That this video isn't good quality. And if it's not good quality, well, YouTube is not going to promote it. So basically, don't do clickbait. Um, okay, let's just refresh this again. Toby says, does the video category have an effect on video performance? No, it doesn't. The video category, or where you place your channel category, it's usually for the advertiser side. So if I'm an advertiser, I say, find me all the how-to videos. I want to put my video, my advertising video on all the entertainment channels or the music channels. So it's more for that. Does it have an impact on your specific channel? I haven't seen any bit of data that shows that if you put it into one category, it outperforms another. And again, like vidIQ, are we a technology company or are we a how-to? You know, it's like, where do we fit in? We've just selected one and just left it as is. And I think with our 775,000 subs, I think it doesn't hurt us too badly. Okay, I am going to refresh. Right, Ronit R says, do you have any tips for being a better and more, oops, what happened? A more entertaining commentator for my gaming videos? Yeah, watch other gamers, find out what you like about them. Why did you watch that gamer? Why are you watching Dream? Why are you watching Carl? You know, like, why are you watching those people? Because they're entertaining. They talk amongst each other. It's like friends hanging out, and you just happen to be one of those friends in the chat. So, but remember, don't copy them because they're not you. How are you going to bring your personality out? Gaming is one of those things that it's about the game, but it's very much about the person running the channel. Make it entertaining, make it fun, give an experience to your audience, and get better at that. And those are going to really help you with a gaming channel. Okay. Right, Fluffy the Fox, love that. Why aren't a pretty big percentage of my viewers subscribed? Am I doing something wrong? No, not really. Most people in most channels that I've seen, most of the views do not come from subscribers. So it's not like you're doing something wrong. There's a percentage of your viewers will convert into subscribers if they're entertained enough, if they've got enough value from you, if you've asked them to click that subscribe button. Those are people who are going to subscribe. But by and large, a lot of the views come from people who are doing a search or happen to have that video recommended, and then they watch it, and then they move on to the next video. That's pretty common. It's nothing that you're doing specifically wrong. I know on my channel, I have like 70% are coming in from viewers who are not subscribed. So it's not really a thing to worry too much about. Okay. The online gaming channel. What are some best ways to get content ideas? So a lot of research goes into this. You saw that when I did the training, I spoke about the competitors section. Go and load up competitors into that section. Go understand what other gamers or other people, I'm assuming you're a gaming channel, go see what other people in your space are doing. Those are going to spark some ideas. Go use Google and do a good old search. Go look at the hashtags. What's trending? What are people talking about around the world? Because typically those are things that get elevated to the top. So those are just some other ideas. Do not copy somebody else's content. Do not copy their ideas exactly. Make it your own. Bring your own flair to that, because that's why people are there. They're there for you, not to see a copy of somebody else. Excuse me. Right, Fluffy the Fog. Oh, thank you. No problem. Right, Tiny Fingers Nail Art. Do CC and subtitles really help viewers reach a wider audience? Okay, so good question. Remember that your channel, let's just say it's an English-speaking channel, which I'm assuming it is. When you have people watching your channel, they may have some, they're gonna be proficient in English. Some of them are gonna have a casual understanding of English, and some of them are gonna have no English at all, right? So, and by the way, English is just one option, obviously, whatever language you want. The idea with this, with closed captioning, is that those who don't really speak English that well, it's a lot easier to read something whilst you're hearing it, because it kind of goes in a little bit better. So that's a good idea. Also, remember, a lot of people actually watch videos without the sound on. So you want to be able to have the closed captioning so they could still kind of see what your content is about, and then decide if they want to turn up the volume. And then the final category about subtitles, well, people who don't speak your language, if you use subtitles, well, then you're able to translate into other markets and then maybe get a whole bunch of audience that you never had before. So you just got to experiment with your individual channel. Does your content land up working for that? There isn't like a yes no answer to that question. Okay. Right. Remember, go at vidIQ so that I could find your question. Otherwise, there's a lot of stuff going on in that chat. And try keep your question really short because it's a lot easier to read it than an entire paragraph. Destroyer2195. Where do you suggest I promote my channel videos? You can promote them on social media. You can go add value to conversations. Don't go into social media and just copy and paste your links everywhere because you'll get banned, especially in Facebook groups. Don't go and spam those groups. But all you have to do is go add value to conversation. So if somebody's talking out there about something that you covered on your channel, you can go into that conversation. Let's just say it's Twitter. You can go into that tweet, reply and say, hey, just a heads up, you should do da 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 da, and that's it. Do not drop a link in there. Because what people will naturally do is they'll go look at your bio, see who you are, and go find it themselves. So now you're not spamming, and it's a good way to get an audience onto your basically back onto your channel. Okay, Tom Walder says, sorry, I told you I'm going to butcher everybody's names. Why does someone that posts worse content have more subs and blah blah? We've heard this a gazillion times. Why do you care? Seriously, why do you care what somebody else is getting on their channel? Why do you care what their content is like on their channel? There is no reason to care. Zero. Not one little bit. You shouldn't care. You have no idea if they're putting $10,000 into views. Do you know that? No. Do you know what kind of data YouTube has on their channel compared to yours? No. Is there any benefit whatsoever in caring about why they're getting more subscribers? No. Look at their channel, understand what's going on, and focus your efforts on your channel. I can tell you for a fact that I can have two channels doing the exact same content, the exact same number of subscribers, and one channel will just get more views than the other. Why is that? YouTube just has more data on this channel. They're more consistent. They're uploading the content that their audience wants. They're uploading it with good titles and better thumbnails. Stop worrying about somebody else's channel. Focus your energy on your channel. There is zero benefit staying up all night looking at their channel and going, oh, my content's better. That's it. There's nothing you can do. Focus on your channel. Make your content better. Make it 1% better than your previous video. Get 1% more click-through rate than your previous video. Make a better thumbnail. Make a better title. Make a better description. Make a better video than your previous video. That's the only thing you should care about. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay. All right. Lemon Patch says, if you put more than 3 hashtags in your description, do the others have an effect? Not really. It will only pick up the first 3, so I don't see why you would want to do more than 3. And kind of hashtags are a bit weird at the moment. I'm not really sure where this whole hashtag things is going, but YouTube does seem to giving it a little bit more attention. We're just going to have to kind of watch this space. But if YouTube says 3, stick with 3. Don't try game the system because YouTube's smarter than that. Right, in search of truth, how helpful are timestamps? Super helpful. Definitely helpful. Think about your experience as a viewer. You go to see a channel, and on that channel, it's a 20-minute video, and it's 20 tips. Why do you want to sit through all 20 of those tips if you know 5 of them? You just want to know the other 15 you don't know. So timestamps gives you that option. You can jump around the video. Now, some people are saying, well, that's going to hurt my watch time. Well, yes, maybe it does. But you know what it doesn't hurt? It doesn't hurt your audience building. It doesn't hurt the trust. Those people who are able to skip around are typically the ones who leave a comment and are typically the ones that subscribe and watch your other videos because you're not wasting their time. How irritated are you when you sit through a 20-minute video and got 0 value? You're not going to subscribe to that. So make it easier for your viewer. On my channel, on my content, I put lots of timestamps wherever it's appropriate. Give the people the opportunity to skip ahead. And if I lose some watch time, so be it. But at least I'm building that trust with my audience. And that's much, much more important than trying to keep somebody hooked and engaged for 20 minutes, even though they just want to leave, because they'll leave because there's so many other people doing the same content that you are. So I would absolutely love some timestamps as much as possible. Earn your trust with your audience. Okay, so who else have we got here with some questions? All right, DMCK Production. What is what mic? I don't know where the is came from. What mic would you recommend, or someone that's just starting out? I'm still using my phone mic and want to invest in a mic. Firstly, superb. The first investment you should do is not in a new camera and not in the new lights, but in a good mic. So I'm not sure what kind of phone do you have, whether it's an iPhone or whether it's an Android phone, but there are some really, really good lav mics that are wired that you can pick up on sites like Amazon that will really just augment your sound. The problem with mics, that could be $9 and it could be hundreds of dollars. Don't spend hundreds of dollars. Start with something that you can test. If you can go into a shop and test the mic, that's obviously a lot better. I'm not sure if you're able to. With the whole COVID that's going around, we've got to be careful. But you don't need a super high mic, a super kind of sensitive mic. You need something that you can hook onto your shirt or your clothes that you're wearing, and it will just pick up the sound and just gives you that one additional level. Do some researches on YouTube, obviously. What's the best cheap mic for a phone or something like that, and then see if you can pick something up. But I'm so happy to hear that you're investing in a mic and you're still using your phone. Superb. Well done. That's great. Right. Let me refresh. Okay. Pinky Tech says, should we post a video links to Twitter? I find that people click but don't interact because they're not logged in. Should we post a video links to Twitter? So it depends. Do you mean automatically post something to Twitter, or do you mean going into Twitter and then writing a tweet and then pasting your link in there? I share all my stuff on Twitter. I don't do it from YouTube. I go natively into Twitter, and what I do is I use my thumbnail as the image. Then I paste the link. I don't want it to pull automatically the thumbnail. I want to give it, because it's so much bigger. So it's nice, catches people's eyes. And then I add the value. I kind of explain what this video is about and who it's for. So that my audience that follows me on Twitter kind of gets the gist and saying whether it's for them or not. Also, don't forget, on Twitter, you can use the hashtag. So again, I got a technology channel. I think you do as well. So hashtag tech tips, hashtag how to, hashtag whatever. So try kind of expand that reach. So yeah, I do that, and I've been doing it for years, and it's working really, really cool. Okay. Oh, sorry. One sec. Good time to hit the thumbs up button on the stream if you liked it, but I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at, people? Let's do this. Okay, Fudge Waffles, I like the name. How do you put chapters on video? So these are called timestamps. Go to the vidIQ, YouTube channel, search for timestamps, and we've got an exact tutorial. But essentially, you put the first timestamp is 0:00, and then whatever you want to say, and then the rest of the timestamps go underneath that. But we've got a whole video about that, so go and check that out. Right, Frantman. Okay. Do I have to download a screen recorder to record on PC, or does it have a built-in one? I think Windows 10 does have a built-in one. I think it's called gamer mode, which you just got to enable, and then you can record your screen. But I also know there's lots of free screen recorders out there, so just experiment which one works best for you. Okay. Lemon Patch says, what voice recording app do you recommend for an iPad? A voice recording app, like a normal recorder? Just search the store and download a whole bunch of free ones, see which one works for you, I suppose. Again, remember, it's very personal. Like, I speak with a certain accent, I got a certain, I go loud and I go soft, so I need a different application that you do. So there isn't like a right and a wrong answer. Find one that works. And because they're usually free, well, on Android they're definitely free, but I'm sure there must be a whole bunch of iOS ones that are free. Download them, see which one works for you, and then kind of use that. Okay. 64 Tech. Should you private old videos if there has been a niche change? Good question. So you can make them unlisted, so you don't have to make them private. And it probably is a good idea if they're not getting views anyway. You might as well unlist them. But you don't want to confuse your new audience, your new niche. So let's just say you were doing vlogging and now you're doing makeup. I don't know. So vlogging is now very different to makeup. So you want to make the vlogging stuff as an unlisted, and the new ones are going to be the makeup ones are going to be very, very visible, so that anybody who comes to your channel can instantly get a feel of what this channel is about. They're not going to get confused. Oh, there's you in Paris, there's you in Amsterdam, there's you in London, there's you putting on makeup and the makeup, and there's more makeup and makeup. Then I'm confused. Whereas if I come to the channel and it's all about the makeup, well, I now know that I'm in the right place or in the wrong place, and either one of those is fine. But I try not to delete stuff and try not to make it private unless you absolutely have a specific reason to. Unlisting means that it is not going to just appear on your channel. Okay. I'm going to refresh again. Right. Yo Gamey says, how do I get my videos in other people's suggested or recommendation? Well, go back to watch the training. If you missed it, I go through a whole section of how to optimize the video. Essentially, it's all in there. When you do titles, when you do your thumbnails, when you do your autocomplete, just go back and watch all of that. We cover that. Okay. Koi Fish Gaming. Should I be pushing a 2K, 4K to make my videos not only look better, but more future-proof? Okay, it's a conversation I have often. I only upload personally in 1080p. I don't do 4K or 2K or 8K now that people are pushing out. Most people watch on their phones in 720p, so that's the one thing. Do people watch on TV and with big 4K monitors? Absolutely. Is it a big percentage? Well, if it is with your audience, then absolutely do it. I looked at my analytics and it showed me that only 0.2% watch on TV, in which case I'm not going to have 5 gig files to upload when I can have a 300 megabyte file to upload. So again, personal choice. Does YouTube treat one over another any differently? Well, YouTube has some value that's allocated to the quality of the video, and if it sees a 4K video, maybe you get a 1 extra point. Is it enough to sway YouTube to move a 4K video above a 1080p video? No, because when you do a search, you'll see some videos are 4K and above them are videos that are 1080p. So it goes some value, not enough to make me want to swap out my camera, get bigger hard drives, spend many more gigabytes on the internet. So I just don't. But again, personal choice. Okay, I'm going to refresh. Let's go. If you got a question at vidIQ, we've got time for a couple of more before we bail out of here. Pandemic TV, any tips for approaching other bigger content creators for collaboration? Yeah, absolutely. When you approach other creators, it's what can you do for them? I mean, they know what they can do for you. What can you do for them? They get approached daily by people wanting to use their names for clout. Let's be honest, that's what it is. What can you do for them? What can you do for their audience? So if you've got a channel that would work really, really well with another brand or another creator, and you can offer that audience value, and you've got a good concept, you've got a good idea, you're willing to do all the work, you're willing to do whatever you need to do to make this happen, then that creator is going to look at you more favorably than if you just send a DM saying, hey, want to collab? Okay, so one, you've thought about their audience. One, you've told them how you're going to help them. You're going to offer them value. That's much more enticing. Just doing collaboration with another content creator doesn't mean anything. You maybe get a whole bunch of views or a whole bunch of new eyeballs on your channel because that other collaborator, the other channel has shouted you out. But if your content doesn't perform, or your content isn't up to speed, those people are not going to turn into subscribers. They're not coming back for your next video. So all this effort that you put in, if your channel is not ready, what's the point? I would rather you put in lots of effort into your channel, get it so there is lots of value. When you reach out to a creator, they're going to come and check out your channel and go, wow, the audience aligns beautifully. Let's do this. Okay. So definitely do those. Okay, I'm going to do one more question here. Okay, JH Racer, what's the best and cleanest way to make channel art? There's a program called Canva, or a website called canva.com. It's free. You can log in there. They've got a whole bunch of templates which you can use. And then, of course, like the graphic design programs like Photoshop, you can obviously customize one in there. And people who are selling banner templates online, and you can just go and buy as a once off. Go to fiverr.com and get someone to create one for you. There are lots of ways to do it, but if you want the free version, canva.com is a pretty good place to start. Excuse me. Okay. Um, Bugsy says, Bugs Z. Yeah, I think I said that. I'm planning to upload 3 times a week until the end of the year. My goal is 500 subs. Is that realistic? Which part? The uploading 3 times a week or getting 500 subs? If you're gonna do 3 times, if you're gonna do 3 times a week and you can sustain it, power to you. If not all good quality videos, good luck. Well done. I personally cannot. I upload once a week and I give the best effort that I can, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But I know that what I can cope with everything else going on in my life, to commit to 3 videos a week for me is unrealistic, and I don't have editors and I don't have all that infrastructure ready to take it. If you do, go for it. Now, is it realistic to get 500 subs? You can upload 1,000 videos and still not make 500 subs. You can upload one video and get 10,000 subs. It's all about the quality. When people engage with that quality, when they engage with your work, those are the people that become subscribers. So focus on that. So instead of the quantity, go for the quality. Make sure you know who your viewer is. Make sure you're delivering them value, because those are the people that hit that subscribe button. Okay. Right. Let's get another question in here. Right, Mr. Quiz Tours Trivia Channel. Right. What's a good CTR and retention? I have a channel CTR of 6 with a 6 and retention of 75% views. That's epic. But per viewer of 3.2, but I'm struggling with 1,000 subs. Okay, to get YouTube to push my videos. So it's not, there's no good, bad per se. Like, I mean, obviously 0 is bad CTR, right? But it's not you against anybody else. It's you against you. What is your last video CTR? What is your last 10 videos CTR? What's the average on that? That's how you kind of have a baseline of whether your thumbnail is performing, whether you need to update your thumbnail. So work on that. The fact that you're getting 75% retention, epic. How long are your videos? Are they short videos? Are they long videos? Could you start making longer videos if they're short? Could you start making shorter videos if they're long? You got to start experimenting with that. Don't worry about YouTube. YouTube doesn't work. Okay, this is for everyone. People think that YouTube works. If I do this, this will happen. If I do that, then this will happen. YouTube doesn't work like that. YouTube looks at a whole bunch of signals from your channels, from your videos, from the way people react. So for example, do people pause? Are they rewinding? Are they fast forwarding? Are they sharing it? Are they writing a comment? All of those have values. How quickly do people watch when you upload your videos? What's your CTR like? What's your retention? How many minutes watch time? Are you know, all of those kind of come into account before YouTube decides to show this to a bigger and bigger audience. Don't worry about if this, then that. Don't try hit a certain mark. If I get a perfect SEO score, why isn't YouTube pushing my stuff out? YouTube doesn't work like that. Focus on your audience. Go look at your analytics. If you're trying to get your 1,000 subscribers, go look at your analytics, run the channel audit tool, use the vidIQ free tool that you have right here in front of you. It will tell you what your audience engaging with. Make more of those videos, because if they're engaging with that, odds are pretty good that if they're loving it, if you do an updated version of that, will new people love it? And that's kind of the way you read your data. Use the channel audit tool, because your data is there and it will just tell you what to do. Whew, okay, I am nearly out of voice. Hey, Magdalena Helen is here. Hello, what is up? Okay, Zanzeris is still holding strong. The fourth down, right. M3 motivation mindset mastery. How to do organic traffic to boost new videos. I'm not sure those two words work together, like organic and boost, but organic traffic comes from good titles, good thumbnails, understanding trends, hashtags, things that are going on, and driving those eyeballs as far as organic is concerned. Obviously, sharing things on social media is going to help you get those click-throughs. When it comes to kind of boosting new videos, if you want to put paid media behind it, it's a whole art by itself, not something recommended, especially for smaller channels. It skews your data. Typically, when you throw money at this and you use your videos to boost, to get more views, people tend to stay on for a couple of seconds and leave, and people hate ads, so they get interrupted by the video they're about to watch. So it's a whole other discussion. Organics really works well when you play to search. Again, I covered all this in the first bit of this training. Go and check it out using the autocomplete method. That was going to really help you. Okay, so thank you for hanging out here. Thank you for being here again every week. Again, this training will happen next week at the same time. We're going to go through the same stuff. Make sure if you do one thing, just go pause. Let this thing settle in on YouTube. Go back and watch it, and then go through step by step. The 3Ds of YouTube are super, super critical. If you don't do those 3Ds, what's the point of spending 9 hours making a video that nobody wants to watch? Go and go through this training. I show you exactly what you need to do so that your next video has a better opportunity of being seen. And the reason that part is pre-recorded is that you can pause, do your changes on your channel, and then watch the next bit. And if you don't, come back next week. We'll do this all over again. We'll go through the questions, and we'll go through whatever you're struggling with. If you try to do it all today, you're not going to win. But if you do one thing today, and then one thing tomorrow, and one thing the next day, those baby steps is how you steer your ship in the right direction. Grab the free vidIQ before we pull it off this links here. Go and grab 30 days. Unlock your channel. Go see what data you have hidden in your channel, because that's the kind of stuff that helps you grow. It's understanding what your viewer wants, understanding what content you should be making it, and marrying the two together. That's when the magic happens. Appreciate everybody hanging out here on this channel one more time. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And as Rob Wilson says, enjoy your video making day. Thank you to our mods, Magdalena, Helen, Zenzarius, Daniel. I think I kind of pretty much said everyone. The Irish Turk, thank you for hanging out here as well. Don't forget to grab that 30 days because we're about to pull that down. Gravity Junior decides to end the stream with a lovely bit of spam, which is obviously amazing to do it. Yo Gamey, thank you for being here. Bye. Benji Travis has just joined. What? Benji, you missed my entire spiel here. But don't worry, it's all here going to be available on the channel. So, of course, go and check this out later on when this thing is kind of done and wrapped up and all of those. I love cats. Thank you for being here. Pinky Tech, awesome. Good to be here. And Crescent Gaming, appreciate you hanging out here. Luke does everything. Nice for you to be here. Good channel name. Guys, be safe out there, and we'll catch you next time, I suppose. Thanks for being here. Ciao.